We're at the shop here, and Billy and Greg has just come back from an ambulance call, and they brought something back with them that they found along the road. And they left it back here by the picnic tables. And yeah, it's this donkey that apparently somebody just let loose by the side of the road. I'm not sure how they got into the back of the ambulance to get it back here, but I think we're going to keep Donkey around here on the main yard. Donkeys can be pretty territorial, and they won't let strangers come into what they see as their land, so it might make a good watch pet. Now I think we're going to have a little contest to name the donkey. So if you have a name that you think would be good for a donkey, leave it in the comments below. Here at the shop, and I've just traded in our big red Krampe semi-trailer that we had on the Peterbilt and bought this Kroger Agroliner as a replacement. Now the grain train is all Krampe trailers. I thought something a little bit different might be something to see for y'all. So we'll see how the new Agroliner trailer does when we do the canola harvest here within the next episode. Okay, we're in field 15, prepping a barley harvest. Greg's going to come in with the Challenger here and take over from us once we get the headlands put in. And we're laying our straw out, so we're going to collect that up later. Always worth getting that free money. As I look here, I see we're probably going to have to put in a strip of grass once we're done harvesting and getting this field ready to go again. It's a little bit tight on this end. I am doing the crop rotation on these fields, trying to put something different in every time, or put a different type of crop at least. Helps the soil to put different things in once in a while. Oh, I think we've got a big mistake here. Well, I guess we're going to have to fix that and resume later. Okay, back again. There really wasn't much that I could do with that header that glitched into the fence there. Off screen I tried to detach and it fired off into the next field upside down, so in that case there's not much you can do about it. But yeah, we're going to get this barley harvest started with Greg, and I'll run chaser wagon for him. And then we're going to collect up some straw. Yep, I reckon I'll have to show you all the method I found for collecting straw up in a way that we can use it in the silage bunker, which in Farming Simulator you normally can't. We all know that there's a couple of ways you can do it, but I decided on kind of a compromise. Seems like it might work. My idea to have a small pull-behind collector did not pan out. It did not quite work right. For collecting up the straw. And I think we may have to empty out the combine before we're quite done. Yeah, we're going to be using the Peterbilt with our new Agroliner trailer. To do our hauling with. Oh, let's see how it's gonna go. 99%. I wonder if we're gonna get this last little strip before we have to fill or empty. Since we did fertilize, we're probably getting better yields out of this than the first crop, which I do not believe was fertilized. Oh, there we go. We'll run over and get the Challenger tractor. I guess I better put the pipe out. Here by the road, looks like it's going to be an easy job of it. Yeah, it looks like we've got an all Challenger setup here for this barley harvest. Well, except for our straw collector, and we'll show you that in a minute. We'll get unloaded. And then set up for Greg to take over. Leave a little bit of space for folks to pass us in the road there. See if we can do a little bit in cab. We'll go back over to the end. And get lined up so Greg can jump in. Let's go look at that straw collection rig. Now, what I've got here is a Hesston branded forage harvester, but unfortunately the only straw collecting head I could find was the standard Krone Easy Flow head. But luckily it all fit together and works right. We still got the Veenhoos trailer, and we'll get into the Hesston here. Get a little bit set up. And I'll do some in-cab on this while we're going along. I think the way we're going to role play this is that the boys went to the gas station and got one of those free magazines they have there usually that's got equipment for sale. Maybe Billy found this Hesston forage harvester. Greg looked around and found us a Krone header for it. At the shop we did a little work and made them both work together. Which, if you didn't have a lot of money, you might do that out on the farm. Try to make do with what you could find and build and adapt yourself. Always helps if you're handy. Well, we'll come back when Greg needs some chasing done and work on our straw collection a little bit more. Okay, we're back with the chaser bin, and I'm going to wait for Greg to get turned around here and get him unloaded when he's going upstream. It's not quite 80%, but it seems like a good time to get him unloaded there. If I can get lined up right. There we go. I am overall pretty happy with most of the equipment we bought here. You never know with mods sometimes. Are they going to work or not work? Or disappoint you? So that's Greg emptied out. We'll go over and do our collecting again. Maybe do a little more in cab. Does seem to be doing a pretty good job on this straw. You can see up ahead of us I've got the boys' International play truck up there. I had to use that to go fetch the combine header before. I'm also going to use it to take this trailer that we're in here, the Veenhoos, over to dump at the main farm. So we do have a use for our big International. Okay, we're up in field 7 and we're planting the headlands canola, I guess. Getting ready for Billy to take his turn in the Big Bud 747. He hasn't driven that yet. He wanted to have a try at it. If I can make this corner. Talk a little bit about what we're going to be doing in the future on this map. This planning we're doing kind of brings me to the topic. We're using the standard in-game seeder equipment and also the cultivators if you see me cultivating. And I think we're kind of at the point where we can look at some different modded seeders and cultivators to use in this map. I've seen a couple I like. You might try to download them and try them on the farm here. I guess we might need to do a big washing effort for some of this equipment we've used. And since our straw collecting is doing so well, we may end up selling all our baling and bale handling equipment just to get it off the map, really. I'm a little bit scared that we're fixing to have a game crash one of these times due to the amount of equipment and replaceables we've got on this map. If we're not using something, it might be a good time to take it to the store and get rid of it. Of course, we can't put it in the auction paper and try to sell it to folks that way, get the best money for it. You got to take it to the store and sell it back to them. You might get a little bit more money for selling used equipment, especially if 2 or 3 people think they have to have something and drive the price up in an auction. Do a little bit of in-cab for y'all. Alright, we'll get Billy down here and get him working on this seating.